Blame may make us feel better, but it cannot make our lives better. Blame gives us an explanation, whilst taking responsibility gives us a solution. I don't know if you notice the difference. There is a big difference between the two. Have you ever noticed how easy it is for us to blame someone or something when life gets harder or when our expectations are not met? Recently, I overheard a conversation between two friends. One of them was very angry with the other one because he failed to support him financially during his wedding. You knew I needed help from you, he said, but instead you gave me all sorts of excuses. It's all good. Now I know the type of friend you are. And the other friend was like, bro, I wanted to help you, but during that time, I was going through difficulties in my life. And I explained that to you. I don't know why you don't want to understand my own side. So, as I was listening to them, a question came into my mind. Why do we have to feel the need to blame someone or our circumstances when our expectations are not met? That question really reminded me of my childhood days in Africa. You know, when I was in Africa as a child, if I mistakenly bump into a chair or a table and hurt myself, I will immediately start crying and I will blame the chair for my pain. And my mom will come over and pretend to punish the table or chair for my pain. Bad table, bad chair, why did you hurt my child? And guess what will happen? Somehow I will start to feel better and I will believe it's not my fault, but the table or the chair. Looking back those childhood days, it was funny. But what if most of us as an adult right now are still doing the same thing? The only difference is that the table has changed name. Today the table is our trauma. Today the table is our society. Today the table is our circumstances, our situation. Today the table is our bad luck. Today the table is our boss. When life doesn't go the way we wanted them, when life gets tougher, when things are not okay with we find something or someone to blame. But here is the thing. Blame may make us feel better, but it cannot make our lives better. Blame gives us an explanation, whilst taking responsibility gives us a solution. I don't know if you notice the difference. There is a big difference between the two. Look, I completely understand the way our life can be difficult at some point in our lives. Life will sometimes hand you problem that is not your fault. I understand. We did not choose our parents. We did not choose our country. We did not choose our problems, our circumstance, our condition, our trauma. I understand. And it's not your fault. But whether it's our fault or not, I don't know how to say it, but it's still our responsibility. That is the only thing that will make us go forward. That is the only thing that will help us to change our situation. When we are ready to accept that, it's our responsibility. Let me tell you a little story. In 1944, a man was imprisoned in Auschwitz concentration camp during the Nazi Germany days in Poland. One of the worst prisons you could ever imagine. He lost his mother, he lost his wife, he lost his brother. He could have easily blamed his situation. And he has all the rights, because that was a very tough moment for him. But instead of blaming his situation, he decided to give different meaning, different interpretation to his situation. And that man is called Viktor Frankl, and is the author of this book called A Man's Search for Meaning. Highly recommend. He said, I love this quote from him. He said, when we are no longer able to change our situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Things can happen. This is how life works. At times, it just comes like that, and then it's not your fault at times. But taking responsibility, it means you are ready to move forward. It means you want to have a better life. And for me, taking responsibility, it means self-love. It means you love yourself. It means you want to move on with life. So think about it. Do you want to continue to blame people, circumstances, or do you want to take responsibility of your own life and then have a peaceful and a better life? Think about it.